All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It's mad. It's mad today. You guys are getting two content back to back. Generally, I give a bit of time, but I thought I needed to connect with you guys about the whole Serginho Dest, Dujon Sterling, and all of that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that stream, which was literally about an hour or so ago. So if you've missed that out, go and check that out when you can after this, of course. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Chelsea versus Chesterfield preview for the FA Cup match. And I've got my man, PYS here. PYS, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Looking forward to the game tomorrow, actually. I want to see a lot of young players playing. Hopefully they'll get some good chances. Hopefully it'll be a good game. Hopefully a few goals. And let's try not make it too stressful and use some of our first teamers. That'd be nice. Just a nice, easy day tomorrow would be lovely.
Bro, if it's stressful, please just shut the shop then. It needs to be a walk in the park. No disrespect to Chesterfield, and I know Thomas Tuchel said the same thing in the press conference that we can't be arrogant or anything like that. But at the end of the day, we're the favourites. There's no doubt. But yeah, it just can't be a stressful game. We should just do the job and get it done nice and easy, 100%. Before we get into the preview itself, shout out to each and every one of you guys for joining in again for today. There was well over 200 people in the last one. Hopefully we get a good turnaround for this. Keep smashing the like button. We've got over 20 people already after the first minute. Smash the like button, get those likes up. The likes are the key growth indicators for this particular channel. The more likes, the growth is exponential. It just invites more fans to come in. So keep smashing the like button. If you're here for the first time as well, subscribe, check out PYS and his socials in the description. This guy, in terms of news, he's the man to go to. I'm not even kidding. So go and follow him on Twitter. Make sure you do the due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. Marvo, he's saying, Tuchel, we are discussing and are back and are in talks with the board and scouting. We are checking the possibilities as we always do. Let's talk about the press conference before we get into the match, PYS. We'll get into who's in and who's not in terms of players being available. But as you said, mostly we do want to see youngsters play this particular match. But in regards to the transfer window, PYS, I don't know. Yes, in one sense, Thomas Tuchel's saying that I couldn't field a back three and wing backs because I don't have three centre backs fit and I don't have wing backs. But then on the other side, he was saying that, and I think this is where he's being diplomatic, which is fine. He was saying that, look, yes, we are looking into the transfer window. We're looking at players, but we're not under any pressure and we're not going to do anything. We're not going to jump and do something in a panic sort of situation. This is what he was saying. And it's got to it's got to make sense. I want to bring this particular tweet out. You've actually tweeted this. I might just actually get that out. Give me 1 second. Oops, there you go. Thomas Tuchel says he's talking to the board and scouting recruitment about potential signings. They're looking at the market, but only if it makes sense. PYS, how are you feeling about this whole situation, man? We're now getting into 8th of January very, very soon. Still seems like it's just conversations.
Well, I said after the Spurs game, I said we need a left wing back by the Man City game next weekend at the very latest. Because I think we could do with one for Spurs, sure, but obviously that's next Wednesday. That's only a few days, but if we get to end of next weekend and we haven't signed the left wing back, or at least he's having his medical and thing like that, it's like closing stages, I'm gonna be fuming. There's no way this board can't act fast if they wanted to. I'm sorry, but I don't know what they're waiting for, what they're discussing. But like Tuchel said, discussing options. You don't need to discuss options for 8 days. You should have a scouting. You should have a scouting department.
Bro, why are they discussing now? My issue is, POS, why are they discussing now? This is the time to execute. Discussions should have been before January.
Yeah, when Chilwell got injured, the next day they should have been well, not the next day because they were waiting for scans, right? But as soon as his injury got confirmed that he was going to have surgery, they should be drawing up a list. You know what I mean? It's like, and I just hate this whole like contacting agent rubbish. Like that doesn't mean anything. You can register your interest in a player like Digne, but until we see concrete steps being made, i.e., like a Matt Law article, you know what I mean? Until something
Yeah,
concrete comes out, then like I don't know what the board are doing. Like honestly,
bro.
we're almost in a crisis mood in our left wing
No,
back and
but
right wing
we
back.
are in a crisis, bro. We are in a crisis. My thing is, you remember, you were so vocal with the whole Koundé situation, Jules Koundé situation in the summer. We dragged that out. We dragged that out for good 2.5 months, and then we got nowhere with it. And look where we are now. We could have done with a player like Jules Koundé, who was on his knees to come to Chelsea, and we didn't make it happen. Whatever happened in between in terms of price, Sevilla did a dirty at the end, whatever. But at least my point is, you need to be proactive and get it done. I'm just so fed up that now we're in January. We're even in a worse situation than we were in summer when we're looking at Jules Koundé, and we didn't get Thomas Tuchel with the wing backs and whatnot when he wanted wing backs. PYS, why do we get ourselves? Why is the board so not proactive? Like, what is it? Like, I don't understand. I don't get, like, if you want to be a top club, if you want to operate like a elite organization, look at Aston Villa. How quick did they get this whole Coutinho deal done? Like, what's going on?
It's about many things. It's about scouting. It's about having a list. It's about, like Tuchel said, doing background checks on personality and mentality, because they can't. It's not just about quality. I
Yeah,
want Digne, but if Digne's attitude isn't right, then I don't want him. They need to do further background checks into
true.
everything, and I get that takes time, but still, like it should only take a week max. Like like even after these 7 days, we're not hearing like something unless something comes out like later on tonight, or I just don't get the sense. Like as Tuchel said, bro, we're not in a rush. Like, are you sure we should be in a rush, or we're not pressured? Like, you
Crisis.
should be pressured, guys. Like, come on. It's like I don't know what's going on here. We have Aspin Alonso starting wing backs, and then when they're not fit, we play inside forwards, attackers at wing back. Like, this is not
Bro, we're
ideal.
playing Ziyech as a wing back off the
It's
ball.
not ideal. And I know Ziyech played well, and I know Pulisic just played well there. It's still not the point. You still don't have those inside forwards playing at wing back. Like, it's not. It's nice for the whole, tacticos that like discovering new positions and things like that, and digesting. Oh, Ziyech played right wing back. Let's look at
But it's
tactically.
not
Like,
sustainable,
it's
PYS.
like,
It's
yeah,
not
cool, but how
sustainable.
about actually signing some defenders? At least one, get one. Like, I know you did a stream on Dest earlier. I'm not the most keen
Yeah.
on him, but he's 21 years old, can cover both sides. Like,
Is an option. Is an option.
can you can this board just do a sensible signing for once? Like, I don't understand. Like, I have no confidence in these guys, honestly.
Do you know what? It's sad. It really is sad. I mean, the title's gone. Forget about the title. And as you're saying, we want someone ready by the time we face Man City. We're literally giving them already 7 days. I'm on 8th of January, ladies and gentlemen, because it's 1:19 a.m. and UK, obviously, it's the 7th, but you guys will get to 8th very soon as well. 8 days have gone by, and we are still eyeing out, monitoring, and all of that BS jargons that we're throwing out. But we're also now giving them up until next weekend. So, furthermore, 7 days to get something sorted against Man City. I mean, it's criminal that Thomas Tuchel is having to go into these matches, high profile matches. Forget about the Spurs one. Hopefully, we can still do a madness and get over it. We've got 2-0. We look really good. But the Man City one, I get we're out of the league, but at least give Thomas Tuchel something to compete with. I feel like you've done a dirty on this guy. And I'm going to be so mad if the board starts questioning Thomas Tuchel in terms of league positions. I mean, how do you feel about this situation, PYS, man? The fact that we're asking this guy to do miracles on every single match day.
Yeah, I saw a tweet earlier actually. I thought was a great analogy that Tuchel's actually turning out to be a little bit like our next Eden Hazard in the sense that he's kind of performing miracles in with limited supplies and limited. With Hazard, it was kind of at times we never really built a great team around him. Looks like we're not trying to do that for Tuchel, but they both did miracles. They were both amazing most match days, pretty much every match day. So it's a good little analogy there, I thought. But
Mm.
I think, yeah, the board surely know that what we need to do. Tuchel said we're in discussions. So, I
Mm.
mean, what more do you like? I don't know
Well,
what more that Tuchel can do apart from, keep asking. But I don't know. I find it quite funny because I'm so stressed, but Tuchel seems so relaxed. And it's like,
yeah,
I turned on my iPad to watch the press conference. In
yeah.
the first second, he just started laughing for no reason. I was just like, this guy just
I
makes
feel
me feel
like
better.
deep down there's a lot of pressure. Deep down there's a
Yeah,
pressure.
he makes me feel better, honestly. But I just think we have to get a move on. Like as you said, other clubs making big movements, and we don't have those football guys at the top of the board. That's the problem. Is like Marina does the deals, but it comes down to scouting and and things like that as well. It's
Bro,
not.
what's the deal
I
with
don't know.
Luka Dean? Luka Dean is now coming out and stating that, well, Rafa Benitez confirms Luka Dean has asked to leave the club. I mean, PYS, what's going on? What are we waiting for? Like, what's
Emerson,
the situation here?
Emerson. We're waiting for Leon to decide, or
Bro,
we're waiting to sort that out.
how are we not able to get our own player back, PYS? Like, for
Yeah,
God's sakes, like this
it,
guy's
it's
he's our player.
yeah, it's something it's a contractual issue, but I assume that's what we're waiting for. As
Yeah.
Fabrizio said, I mean, because otherwise they'd just swoop in for Digne, I'm pretty sure, because I think Emerson's blocking it at the moment. I still think they're waiting or deciding on like a final decision because I think again today he talked about Emerson in the press conference. So I
Mm.
think
Yeah.
that subject isn't going away until he confirms. Like until Emerson is ruled out, I don't think we make a move for Digne or Dest. I don't. When Emerson's ruled out, I think that's when we make a move. But that's concerning for me because although Tuchel seemingly likes him, as we've stated before, he never played him hardly anyway. Like let's not remember,
Yeah.
let's not forget this. This could
Yep.
just be PR to the media to make things seems all right. He hardly played him, and the fact was, the fact is that the board looking at Emerson to recall him as first port of call over signing someone is a big concern for me because
Yep.
again, it shows a real lack of ambition in the market for me. You don't see Man City if they have a crisis go and try and call loanees. They go to Pep Guardiola. They say right. They clap their hands. They go right. What do you want? Tell us what
Yep.
you want. We'll go and try and get them. Chelsea board. No. Let's try and recall loanees. Let's try and recall Dujon
It's
Sterling instead
embarrassing.
of
It's
like
embarrassing,
it
bro.
just doesn't make
It's
sense.
embarrassing.
And I'm sorry, but
Dujon Sterling, PYS. Dujon Sterling. Come on.
bro, come on. Like he was good in pre-season, but we're still in cup competitions. We're trying to finish second in the league, ideally. We're trying to go far in the Champions League again and retain our title. And we're trying to
Yeah.
recall a youngster from who's out on loan at Blackpool. Like this is criminal. This is absolutely criminal. Um, and I mean, I get it. Chalobah was at Ipswich before, and he's been at Lorient. Like, I get that. Dujon
Yeah.
Sterling could come back and be good. Still not the point. That should not be your first port of call. To think,
No.
oh, Dujon Sterling, he's a right wing back. Let's go and try. You know what I mean? That attitude is all wrong. That should be last port of call, not first port of call.
And
It's
on top of that,
it's
PYS,
concerning,
Dujon Sterling has so much injury issues as well. Chalobah didn't have all of that. Do you know what I
bro.
mean?
I checked it. I know Sofa score isn't the best, but I checked his Sofa score. This guy's got like 6 orange ratings everywhere. Like, I don't think he's
Wow.
doing well. I don't think he's doing
Nah,
well,
he's not.
Blackpool. I'll
He's
have to
not.
check in with some, youth accounts, but I don't think he's doing that great. And I mean, are you really like? This is what I don't get is if you recall like a Dujon Sterling, well, Aspie's going to play all the time anyway. Anyway, ideally, we
Yeah.
want someone that can make Aspie play less because he's getting old. Like it's not. It's a nightmare situation. I always said this. Reece James getting injured was an absolute nightmare because
Yeah.
at least you could have one fully fit wing back who's been amazing. With two
Hmm.
out, it's almost game over. I can't believe we're getting through this so far with these two at wing back. I'm sorry, like this is miracle work from Tuchel, especially with the way Aspi played like right back the other day. This is miracle work, honestly. These guys are not like I don't want to disrespect Aspi, but his legs are gone, bro. Like
Bro,
his legs are
Aspie
gone.
starts panting after 40 minutes.
Yeah,
The man
he's
can't
not good
run
going forward.
anymore.
He's not good going forward, which is a major requirement in this system. And it's like he's good on the ball, but it's still concerning that like in 2022, I was going to say 2021 then, 2022, we're having Aspi as our starting like wing back / fullback. Like, come on, like seriously.
Bro, it's got to a point where Christian Pulisic, when Aspie gets in, God forbid, if something happens to Aspie, we are done. We're done at here. Christian Pulisic, right back. Christian Pulisic is the right back.
But
To the
that
point,
is like, that's the most concerning thing is, do they not see that as an emergency with the amount of injuries we've been having? Like, not even at the moment, Miz. Like, as you said, if Aspie gets an injury, like, they're not even thinking of if someone gets an injury now. They should be, because we're getting injuries all the time. So that
and
should be on your
also,
mind as well.
PYS, Aspie should not be starting. He's a
Exactly.
good backup
Like, what are
option.
they doing? I don't understand. They are so slow in this market. It's infuriating. It was the same in the summer, by the way. The summer,
Yeah.
we did nothing for ages. For like a month and a half, we did nothing. It was all this
Bro,
reports on
Lukaku was right
Haaland.
at the end as well. Lukaku was like literally
Yes,
a
it
week
was
or
all
two before.
it was all these. What got us through the summer was all these reports on Haaland. For
Yeah.
all we know, there could have been hardly anything there at all. We was made to believe it was a lot because Sky Germany, Bild, Folk was covering the situation. Christian Folk, oh look, his Haaland cam, 150 million euro. Like we all got gas. We thought, eventually, they're just negotiating. We'll let the weeks go on. It's a tough deal. We'll let them off.
Yeah.
No, we did not have a good summer. I was reading back on some of my tweets when I was reporting for Matt Law during the summer.
Yeah.
And in the article after the Champions League, Tuchel said like he would be able to build Abramovich a dynasty, and he
Yeah.
said his ideal targets were a wing back. He wanted a centre back. He
Yeah.
ideally wanted a DM was
Midfielder.
the other
Yeah.
one. He wanted a
Yeah.
midfielder, and he wanted a striker. So we got him a striker, and we got him a midfielder, but that was on loan. We didn't get him a
Yeah.
centre back. We didn't get him a wing back. We didn't get him a midfielder.
I
We
think wing
failed
back was
Tuchel.
very important, PYS. He
It
wanted a wing
was.
back badly.
It was. And if you look further into the context of those positions, he wasn't, Hakimi was an expensive deal. But even we didn't get Hakimi, we never tried to get a cheaper wing back. But look what we're doing now in January. And I
Yeah.
know it's happening because of injuries, but still, you have to plan for these things. Chelsea are, for me, acting like injuries are impossible. And I think it's kind of come back to bite us now, I think. It's come back to bite us, and I think we're paying the price for it. And to be honest, I'm surprised our results are not a lot worse than they have been.
But
I was dreading Spurs. I really was. I can't believe we won 2-0. I was ridiculous.
bro, I thought that Spurs game would have been a lot tougher. We literally just ran all over them. They
Yeah.
had nothing in that game. I
You
was
look at the
very
way
surprised.
Liverpool, oh my God, that was a nightmare. The transitions. And I was thinking Son, Lucas, Kane, like this is gonna be bad.
But
But
even the Liverpool one,
yeah.
PYS, I thought after 2-0, that's it. Shut up, shop. We're dead here. Finished. But the passion and the desire from the team to come back from that position to get to 2-2, it's almost as if, and I know hindsight, like it's rude to say this. I'm so glad we came back and the way we played, fantastic. But I feel like because of that comeback, the board probably looks at Thomas and goes, you're not that bad. Like you're still managing. Like had it been like a 4-0 or a 5-0 thumping, maybe then the board would be like, okay, we gotta help this guy out. It's almost as if these miracles that Thomas Tuchel's creating or doing is like somewhat sort of turning out to be a bad omen for the board, because the board's looking at it and going, well, what's the problem? You're doing well. Like you're finding the solution. So keep finding the solution. I just get annoyed. The board, this is the thing. I feel like Man City, they don't act like this, man. I feel like they've got a lot of football brains there and they know exactly what Pep needs and they go and do the job. Where it's us, it's like, we're second in the Premier League. We're almost there in the Carabao Cup final. Now we're starting the FA Cup. What's the issue? Things are good. And they
Yeah.
don't seem to see the root, like get deep into it. They just look at the exterior. It's like looking at a house from outside. Wow, that house looks brilliant. But you go in, the rooms are small. The toilet's broken. The kitchen's not there. There's barely any sunlight. They don't really get into the details of things. Do you get the feeling like that as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. And this is why I big up Tuchel so much, because other managers would be probably calling out the board at this point. Get me some signings. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Tuchel's done fantastic, but again, he's not really been given the ingredients to succeed, I feel. And the fact that he is succeeding is crazy. And I always say, like, imagine we give him all those ingredients to add to what he's already got.
Yeah.
It could be scary for oppositions. Not could be, actually. It will be scary for
It will be
oppositions.
scary.
It
Yeah.
will be scary. And it's like, you go into the Spurs game and you look at the team, specifically the defence we fielded, and we absolutely dominated them. And I was just thinking, like,
Yep.
wow, this is the guy's depth he's working with. Like, imagine Tuchel was at City. No one would know. No one can beat City right now, but Tuchel would probably like storm every trophy as well at City. Like, this guy is like, he's a top echelon of manager, and it's just like, guys, Chelsea board, can you hurry up and get some players in? Like, we're not even asking for much. Tuchel's not even asking for anything. He's not even said, I want to, he's not come out in the conference and said, no, I absolutely want this. He said, ideally, we've got the long-term injury for Chilwell, so we're looking into stuff, but he's not forcing anything. But, hopefully behind the scenes, he's saying, come on, guys, I could really do some help here, because, it's worrying. Like, when we
He's
go
running
to
out of
Premier League
options.
games,
Like, we're running out of
he's
options.
running out of options. When we go into Premier League games specifically, like, we know already who, the wing-backs have to be now. Like, it would be nice to just debate over whether a new signing is going to start this game or whether you keep Alonso or Aspi. You know what I mean? Like, it's just have some
100%.
options. Like, it's not even. Ideally, we need two, Miz. We need two wing backs right now.
But we do. Ideally, we do
two
need
wing backs
two.
because at the end of the day, then you could have say we sign Dest or something. You could have Reece James and Dest covering, that right wing back. And you could have Aspi right centre back cover or starting right centre back, depending on other options. Then on the left hand side, you could have Digne and Alonso, and then when Chilwell comes back, you can have Digne and Chilwell. Then you can try and get rid of Alonso.
In summer. Alonso should leave in summer.
But we've been trying to get rid of Alonso for years. The problem with him is he's such a specialised player in terms of there's only certain clubs he would suit, in my opinion, and there's certain leagues. And also the leagues he would suit, so say like Italy would be a good league for him, in my opinion. But the problem is they have such problems with wage caps and wages. Same with Spain. So we have not been able to get rid of this guy for years because of those reasons. And that's the big problem.
And on top of that, we gave him like a 5-year contract extension. I remember in Sarri's season.
And on top of the fact of wages and his position and just how he is, who he would suit. And on top of that, we've got the problem of Marina Granovskaya asking for a stupid fee. You know what I mean? Alonso should be going for like 10 million. You know what Marina would ask for? Probably like 20 million, 18, 20 million. People don't think that's a lot.
How we didn't do that deal with Hakimi, because I think Inter was somewhat interested in Alonso. Or maybe they wanted the cash. I don't know. Like, at least give them a discount, something discounted price for Alonso. Chop down the Hakimi price a little bit. I don't know. Be creative. We could have done something there, I feel like. But this is the thing. Our board is just not out there being creative. This over here, ladies and gentlemen, from Adam Newson, obviously straight from the press conference. Tuchel on Emerson return. I will not give you any details, but I will not hide from the fact we have a long-term injury with Ben Chilwell. Of course, we know and appreciate M as a player and a person in general. I mean, bottom line, it seems like even this is very difficult to do. Like, Leon seems to have the upper hand. He's our player. This is what I found so strange, that how did Chelsea get into a situation where our own player, we are finding it difficult to bring him back. We've still got 2 years on Emerson. And PYS is right. Let's not act like, as a fan base, that Emerson was someone who was getting used by Thomas Tuchel a lot. He wasn't really using him. He played, I think, once or twice in the LCB position, came off the bench in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid, scored a goal in that left wing back position. But besides that, we've not really used him. So this isn't really actually a Thomas Tuchel option. It's just we're in the mud at the moment. That's what we know. The fact that we're not in the Luka Dean situation and they're quickly and getting that sorted out, when Luka Dean, Rafa Benitez is coming out and saying he doesn't want him. Well, that Luka Dean wants to leave. And the fact that we're not there sorting this out is quite mad. And as PY has said, we really should be looking at both the wings, the right wing back and the left wing back. And right now, it seems like we're probably going to keep seeing Ziyech or maybe Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left at this rate. Like, it's quite mad. It's quite mad. PYS, let's talk about a few of the other things in this particular press conference. Players in, players out. Whether it really matters, I don't think these players, we want to see them to play anyway. But Aspie, apparently, it's not an injury. So that's a good news. It was just cramp. Whether he plays, I don't think so. He's probably going to feature against Spurs. Kai Havertz is okay as well. They'll sort that finger out. It is broken, but be good enough to play football, which is fine. Christensen's been training, and he'll have another training session. Kante and Thiago Silva, they're obviously out with testing positive, but they're okay physically. I mean, POS, do you expect any of these players to feature in this particular match at all?
Sorry, who was that again? Aspie.
So Aspie, Kai, Christensen.
Yeah, I think Christensen will start. 100%. I think he starts if he's fine. I think he will get a game because he's not played much recently. So I think it's kind of a game to reintroduce him. So yeah, I think he's probably the only sort of big name that will start, other than maybe Werner. But we'll get into that. But I think the others, Kai Havertz, Aspie, I don't think they'll start for me.
Yeah, no, I feel like Kai Havertz and Aspie will probably be rested as well. I want to bring up some more tweets here. This is what Chesterfield manager James Rowe said. My players are going up against the best. I'll have that feeling too. I'm going up against the best manager. I hope I get to sit down after the match with Thomas Tuchel and learn stuff. I mean, PYS, I think it's a bit of a day out. What a guy. I mean, it's more of a day out for these guys. It's more like a celebrity situation. They're going to see all these superstars. I mean, this is not just a match. This is like they're almost like starstruck, right? I mean, PYS looking at Chelsea.
Yeah, they're in the non-league, so yeah, I mean they're unbeaten this season. To be fair, I think someone said, but
yeah, one loss. Yeah, this is the table.
Could be an interesting game. I mean, they're going to probably go hell for leather, and hopefully we just smash them on the break or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think. I've never watched them, but I mean, a lot of their fans.
League. What level is that? So you got Championship?
It's the one down, League One, League Two. Then it's the one after, yeah.
Wow, bro! Like this is 4 levels down.
Yeah, it's fourth tier, yeah.
So, I mean, some of these players. What is it like? You know more than me. The fourth tier is that semi? Like, is that are players like got part-time jobs as well? Is that like fully professional?
No, I don't think so. I think they are. It's professional, yeah. A lot of them, like, I mean, Chesterfield used to be in League Two. They used to be quite a well-known club, sort of in the I think it was League Two. I think they're quite well known. Like when we draw them, I knew about them. I was like, oh, Chesterfield, like, you know, they ring a bell, like, for sure. I mean, if you look at the table there, like Notts County, they used to be a well-known team in the leagues.
Yeah, Notts County. Yeah, you're
Dagenham
right.
and Redbridge as well. I mean, Grimsby Town, Yeoville's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeovil, actually, I think
Barnet as well, right?
Barnet, yeah. Aldershot, actually, Chelsea play at Aldershot, I think, sometimes. Yeah, I mean, Southend as well, blimey, yeah. All these teams, these are all familiar for me. They used to be sort of League One, League Two,
right.
But yeah, now they're in the conference. These are all very familiar teams. So yeah, it'll be an interesting game. I mean, I like the manager's words for sure. Hopefully, you know, him saying, "I hope I get to sit down with Tuchel and learn some stuff." I mean, that's brilliant. One of the things I don't like though is them bringing 235 academy players down. I mean, that's a really sensible decision, isn't it? Like, what's that all about?
Look at this. Oh man, hold on. This guy, he tweets a lot. Absolute Chelsea. Hold on. I want to bring up that 200 and something situation.
What on earth is that all about? It's crazy.
Yeah, what is going on there? I was having a laugh as well. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. A group of 235 players and 30 coaches will be traveling to London for what will be groundbreaking connectivity event for Chesterfield Academy. I mean, BYS, what's going on here?
I mean, fair enough. It's an experience for them, and I think they're going to the game after, right? They've all got like free tickets or something. Yeah, provided tickets. I mean, as you said, it's like a day out for them. It's like a trip.
It is a day out.
It's a superstar experience to go into Cobham.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably train at, a very low level training ground, and it'll be an amazing experience for them. But personally, when I saw that, I don't think that's a sensible decision. I mean, 235.
That's a lot. Talk about if you cop a positive testing somewhere and you're done.
They better like shove them at like the end of the training ground or something, so they're not near anyone else.
That's a good point, PYS. Actually, I mean, you don't want all of these 250 people to be surrounded with all the Chelsea players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not ideal. I don't really know what that's all about. To be fair, it's a bit weird.
No, it is a bit weird. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the lineup. So much to talk about. Harvey Vale, all sorts of youngsters. I'm pretty sure PYS has actually got a lineup ready, so it's going to be very interesting to talk about this. Smash the like button. The likes are slacking today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the likes up to well over 100 straight away. 53 likes to get to 100. We've got over 150 people live right now, so let's get that straight away. Let's not hesitate one bit. We're going to get into the lineup. If you're here for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Check out PYS and his socials in the description. Please, please, please follow him on Twitter. God, then just click follow. Click follow. You're not going to be disappointed one bit. PYS, let's get into this, my man. Formation. We don't have wing backs, and we definitely don't have 3 CBs. We don't have them in the youth level as well at the moment. Would you say it's perhaps wise to continue with the 4-2-2, or you were talking about the 4-3-3? But I think 4-2-2, the fact that we've trained once already and played Spurs, I feel like we'll be training on this again and perhaps continuing that. What's your thoughts? Or are you thinking 4-3-3?
Potentially, I mean, I personally think he's going to stick with the 3-4-3 because I think one of my wing-back choices, I'm pretty sure he can't play left back, so I'm pretty sure he's like an out-and-out wing back. It's one of the young players, so I think just based on options, I can't see a way that I can't think of who would play left back unless in my thought at the back I had Sarr playing left back because he's left-footed.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Like I don't know. I still think 3-4-3.
What about that Lewis Hall or whatever? Apparently he has played left back or something.
See, I got told he was an out-and-out left wing back. But I mean, I don't know. I've got 2 lineups, so I guess we can just we can see what we go with, I guess.
Okay. First of all, are we going with? Oh, so you got 2 lineups. So you got the 3 at the back, and then you've also got the 4 at the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with the 3 at the back first. Let's try the 3 at the back, and then we'll mix things up. Who is? Let me just set this up. Give me 1 second.
And when I look at him, I think when I look at it between the 2 lineups, I think this one makes more sense. Just
the 3 makes more sense.
Just when I look at it, I think that's more comfortable for the team personally.
Okay, fair enough. Goalkeeper, I think it's Bettinelli.
Yeah, I've put him in.
I'm not even gonna bother spelling. I'm just gonna say Bet. I can't spell the whole Bettinelli. Live chat, let me know. Oh, there we go. Someone's already put BETTINELLI. Okay, Bettinelli. I think Bettinelli stays. All right, who's your back 3, bro?
Okay, so my back 3 for this, I've got Sarr at left centre back.
Mm-hmm.
I have got Christensen in the middle, And then on the right centre back, I've got Simons, Xavier Simons.
I
I
mean,
believe that's him.
apparently he's a midfielder as well. I know he did a job for us in right wing back, but
He's a very, very physical player, and he's good defensively. So I think he can drop into the back three, and
okay.
I'm pretty sure he can do a job there. And also, again, it's a real lack of options for me. It really is a lack of options. Ideally, Aspi would be a rotational player right now and be starting this game, but nope, he's a starter
Yeah.
currently. So
He's a starter. Yeah.
I mean, what do? You may put Christensen on the right, but then who on earth do you play in the middle? Like I was thinking of Mbayamba, but when I looked into it, he's not been training with the team unless he trains today. Like I guess he's not rated as highly. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, he's not training with the team. I think he is rated. It's just I don't know. Maybe they're just giving him. We've got a lot of youth players, and maybe his time will come. Maybe it's just not now. But you're right. I've not seen him train with our team recently. Look, okay, fine. We stick with Simons because you're right. Who else is there? Aspilicueta is a starter. Chalobah is injured. Silva's not there. Rudiger. I mean, those players are going to take a bit of break anyway. So it's Simons for
Yeah,
the time.
the only one I could think of was I think his name's Alfie Gilchrist or something.
Or Gilchrist.
Yeah,
Adam Gilchrist,
yeah.
Australian left-handed batsman.
No, yeah, I don't know much.
Alfie
of cricket,
Gilchrist,
but
yeah. What does he do, bro? I have no idea what he does.
so he's a centre back. I think he's like they're comparing him to like the next John Terry or something because he's like a proper hard ass. Apparently,
Get out of here, bro. Everyone's the next John Terry, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I saw Simon Phillips. He's like, yeah, he's the next JT. He's like a proper hard ass defender. So, I mean,
Has he been training with us? Has he been training
So
with
he
us?
was for the Brentford game, but I've not seen him so far for this one. But again, I think maybe more of them train tonight ahead of the game. So I'm just trying to think of options.
Who are your wing backs, bro? Tell me your wing backs. I'm very interested to see this.
Okay, so wing backs. So Lewis Hall on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, I've gone with Hudson-Odoi.
Oh, you got Cho starting this game, yeah?
Yeah, because I mean, first of all, he's not been playing much recently. Second of all, again, options. I don't think Pulisic is going to play there, and I literally cannot see anyone else that could play in that position for this game. I can't think of anyone.
I'm just thinking as well. There's probably no one out there besides Callum at the moment who can do that.
I think
It's so sad, PYS, that even in the FA Cup, when everyone's sort of resting, we still can't put Callum up on top as a left inside forward. We still have to put him as a right wing back. But that's the crisis that we're in.
Yeah, and I mean, you could say Ziyech, but
he's probably going to play against Spurs, man. Ziyech
that's
definitely
what I thought.
playing
That's
against
what
Spurs.
I thought. Yeah.
Who's your two in the midfield?
Okay, so two in the midfield I put down. So I've put this one's interesting because again you've got like Barkley, but you'll see what I'm doing. So I've put Saul and Loftus-Cheek starting in midfield.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Saul definitely has to play. He hasn't played, and he's one of the ones I'll definitely put him down.
I've put
and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yep,
yeah,
good,
so I
good
put
shouts.
those two in midfield.
Yeah, good shouts.
And then my front three, I've put
Maybe
Harvey
it's going to
Vale.
be like this because Saul is left-footed and he likes to be on that side and sort of cut in on a little bit.
And Saul can have the license to go forward as well. You know, RLC has dropped deep before and kind of sat deep. I guess they can take it in turns.
But
I want to see more Saul, man. Saul's looked good lately. He's looked confident. Thinking this game he can get a goal.
Really looked good against Wolves when he came on, and also looked good in the last game against Spurs. He looked fantastic.
And Brentford as well.
As well. He was looking good. So his projection is upwards now. I definitely agree with you. He was probably one of the first ones I'd put in the starting line, regardless of what the formation would have been. Now we're going with the three at the back. We'll try the four at the back very soon. Saul starts regardless. You're right. Up front, who you got?
Yeah, so I've put Harvey Vale on the left, and
this is a must.
I've seen someone in the comments saying, don't kill me, Vale in front of Cho. Like, it's not about that. It's about options for this game.
Bro, who said that? Who said that? Let me bring that out. Who said that? Who's questioning my man?
Who said that? Let me find it. Mugiwara. Is it that?
Mugiwara. Is that Mugiwara?
He's put a question mark. Vale in front three before
Here we go.
DKM. Yeah, it's about options. Like I'm trying to think. If I was ideally, I wanted Hudson-Odoi in the front three, but if you can tell me who else is going to play wing back, then fair enough. I mean, I thought of Simon's right wing back, but then who's playing right centre back? If AC plays there, who's playing middle centre back? You have to think. You have to move stuff around. You have to think things twice over before. You've got to shift people around. I mean, yes, he's played wing back on the left, not the right hand side, to my knowledge.
So true.
So,
yeah, absolutely
he's pretty
true.
much a predominantly left-sided player, so that's why he's not right wing back.
Really, Zane, PYS, you're a legend. This is spot on. They're loving it. The crowd's loving it. Don't worry, PYS, the crowd's loving it.
I mean, this is probably not the lineup for tomorrow, but it's something that I put together and I think makes realistic sense. So, I've gone
so
with
far,
it.
it's making sense to me, bro. I mean, you know a lot more about some of these youngsters. I mean, Simon's, I've not watched too much of him. The only one I've watched was Brentford, and he looked okay-ish in the right wing back. He wasn't really an attacking player. He sort of tucked in as somewhere in between the midfield and helped out Aspie as well. And he's a midfielder. But you're saying that he could possibly do something in the right CB because he's physical. Okay, makes sense. Lewis Hall.
Good on the ball.
Heard that and Lewis Hall, someone I've heard from the live chat say that he can play on the left side. He's played left back, so why not chuck him in the left wing back? So far, I've got no qualms about anything you've said. Let's go with the right inside forward, my man.
So I think this has to be Barkley. If Barkley doesn't start in this game,
he needs to go then.
I mean, well, he needs to go anyway, but still,
he needs to go anyway. You're right.
He 100% has to start, surely. I mean, he's played on the right before. Another thing you could do is maybe switch RLC and Barkley because Loftus-Cheek played a bit on the right a couple of seasons ago, but not really under Tuchel. So I think Barkley's played there before. As you said, Ziyech likely to start against Spurs. Mount rested. Everyone else gets some rest. So, yeah, Barkley.
Yeah, no, I agree with you because if you're not playing these, then you need to, like as people say, you need to leave anyway. But if you're not starting this, you probably need to leave straight away. Like, don't even come to the match and pack up your bags and find another home because if you can't make this game, oh my God. So yeah, I agree with you. Barkley probably gets it. Shahnaz is saying, Miz, do you want Lukaku to play for some goals? I personally would like to see that, but I want to see what my man PYS has to say. I would put Lukaku up front because this man could do with some goals. It's not like he's absolutely tired, as Thomas Tuchel said post-match. Once we played Spurs, that we had a few players that was rested, and Lukaku rested himself. It was a bit funny with the fact that he was got that fine and also was not selected for that Liverpool game. So I would personally play Lukaku, but PYS, who you got on your mind?
Werner. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be Werner.
That's a good shout, actually. That is a good shout.
They asked Tuchel about Werner, and when you watch a Tuchel press comments and he says you're starting without actually saying it, that was kind of the response I got. He was like, "Yeah, Werner needs minutes." Like, well, okay, then he's starting, then isn't he? Like, pretty sure he's going to start. So
he looked very positive about Werner. Like it seemed like he's going to start him.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd love. Something else I would really like as well, maybe if the front three was to change at all, would be if you had Werner on the left, Soon-Top-Bell up front, and then Vale. But again, it's like...
cutting in from the right. Harvey Vale cutting in from the right, yep.
That could be something to consider, but then again, I went back to my original point. He's more of a left-sided attacker from what I've seen. So, I mean, you don't know. I mean, Tuchel might just experiment and go random ass positions. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna share something. You would have seen this video. You would have seen this video. Looks like Vale. So look at that, guys. Harvey Vale, what a legend. Great finishing. And look, was that Timo Werner with the header? No,
I think that's one of the youngsters.
That's one of the youngsters.
Yeah, it's Lewis Hall, I think.
I thought maybe that was Timo when I first looked at it, but I thought maybe Vale and Timo were sort of linking up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lewis Hall who scored the header.
What's he doing scoring headers, man? He needs to calm down. Ross Barkley. Yeah, he's. Oh, look at that finish from Ross Barkley. If only you could do that in the game. For some reason in the game, those ones are going rosette. Going back to this, so PYS, I'm happy. I really am. I thought Lukaku, but you've got a very good point with Timo Werner. Timo Werner has got to get some minutes as well. Obviously, he's just come back. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts for this particular lineup. We're going to do another lineup now with 4 at the back because my man PYS, he's done some homework today. He's done some bad boy homework today. Kobina is saying great experience for Sunsub Bell. Look, let's see. Maybe in the next lineup with 2 up top, 2 strikers possibly. Maybe we could play Sunsub Bell. But let us know how you feel about this particular lineup. That's Lewis Hall. That's Lewis Hall. Oh yeah. That's what PYS is saying as well. Buckley on fire. Brilliant. All right. Let's change this up. PYS, are we going to go with the 4-2-2?
Yeah.
All right. Let me just set this up, and then we'll figure it out once we. Meanwhile, guys, keep smashing the like button. Let's get those likes up to 100 straight away. Okay. Let's go from the back, PYS. Defenders, Saren, Christensen, I suppose, your 2 CBs?
No, I've actually gone with... So this one was a bit different because I included Mbayamba in this. Originally, it was Sarr, but I thought if Mbayamba plays, I think... Because I put Sarr for left back on this, which is what I said before. I think off stream maybe, and then I had Mbayamba and Christensen, and then on the right I had Simons, like you've put. But I don't know if Mbayamba was going to play. If not,
that's the thing. I'm not sure if he's going to play. We need to change this around.
If not Sarr, centre back, and then Lewis Hall on the left. But this is why, Miz, I think the 3 at the back is more suitable because. At least with wing backs, I mean, I don't know if these 2 guys are trusted enough. And I know it's Chesterfield, but I don't know if they're ready to play as out and out right back and left back. I think at least with wing backs, they can get forward and not worry about, they have more cover in a 3 at the back system, I think. So I wasn't too sure on this. This is why I thought I don't see us really playing this, but it was just kind of more of an experimental lineup.
I like the fact that Cho's up front with Werner. I really like that. And Simons could possibly do a job in the right back position. He doesn't need to bomb up. He can just be more of a, you know what I mean? Like he could be more like that. Do you know what I mean? This could possibly work. But let's see. Who do you have as your right back and your left? So you had Lewis Hall, the makeshift, obviously. And the right back, did you have it as Simons as well?
I did, yeah.
Okay. And in the middle, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Saul again?
So I actually went with Charlie Webster and Saul, but I think Loftus-Cheek probably likely to play. But I thought I'd include Webster in there because he's a good player. So I think if there's another player that could start, it could be him.
I'll just put him in the background. Webster.
Plays a bit like Kovacic, likes dropping the shoulder. Good going forward, good dribbler.
Nice. By the way, do you watch a lot of youth academy games?
I do a bit. I watch some of them, but I speak to Felix. Do you know Felix? He runs a Chelsea Loan Army account, basically.
Oh yeah.
Felix. Yep. He knows a lot about the youth, so I speak to him quite a bit about and also I follow his tweets and stuff. So I kind of get a general gist of some of these players, and I've watched a bit of the youth for sure. I mean, Vale. I watched quite a bit, and Mbayamba actually I watched quite a bit, and I don't think he's unpopular opinion because I know he's rated highly, but I don't think he's very good at the moment.
Oh wow, is that what you got from Felix as well? Like, is that the sort of inside details?
Not really specifically from him, more my own opinion. I just think he's quite clumsy at the moment, and Yeah, he's a physical specimen. He's very, very good in the air, but I don't think he's as high. Like, I don't get the hype. A lot of people just hype him because he played for Barca. But again, I come back to the point of, Barca releasing people is not the greatest of things. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's rated highly, but I still don't get the massive amount of hype, basically. And I remember one of the games I watched him against Man United was just, he was all over the place positionally. Like,
Do you know what people like about him? It's just his height and the
yeah,
fact
his
that
physicality and
yeah, his physical. Like they think maybe
he's
this
the
is a
next
Virgil
Van
van
Dijk or
Dijk.
something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I know all about it. I've seen it, and I'm just like,
Typical.
I don't know. I don't. Hopefully, he goes on to be a good player, but I think he's a bit clumsy at the moment, personally.
No, fair enough. So Christian saying Tottenham Hotspur's boss Antonio Conte has confirmed Heung-min Son is expected to be sidelined for the rest of January, which would see him miss the second leg and Premier League meeting against
Beautiful,
Chelsea. Big
beautiful.
news. Big news. Big
That's
news.
us probably through to the
Um,
final then.
Yeah, I mean they were already struggling. So now without Son, who is a big outlet for them for scoring goals, yeah, that's huge news. Huge. All right, getting back into this lineup, Harvey Vale and Barkley, where they're playing. You're happy with those two positions, or did you have something else?
So I actually had Vale on the left, yeah, but on the right hand side I put Hudson-Odoi.
Okay.
More of that side, I guess, because up front I've gone with one player a bit different. And I've actually gone with Werner and I've gone with Sun-Suk Bell.
Yeah, that
And
makes sense. That
I
makes
put
sense. Yeah.
I put Vale and Sun-Suk Bell on this side because
Okay.
their link up against Brentford was really impressive. And I think, down that left hand side with Werner and Hudson-Odoi on the right, I think in terms of relationship and chemistry
Bro,
wise, I think would be good.
you have been thinking. You really have. You've put some damn thought behind this. Vale and Sunsa Bell, yep, chemistry. Werner and Callum, hopefully some chemistry, and they've been obviously playing together. This makes sense. Honestly, this should demolish Chesterfield. No disrespect to them.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I look at this lineup and I think this lineup has more goals, but then I
Yeah.
look at the other lineup and I think we're more stable defensively. But it's so hard, miss, because I don't know. Like, I get they're a conference team, but at the same time, if they throw everything at us, like, is that back four going to get exposed? Like, I don't. You remember the Luton game, right? We played Luton Town under
Oh,
Lampard.
bro. That
That was
Luton, wasn't it a
everyone was
German
like,
coach that they had?
bro. Everyone made these fancy attacking lineups. It was actually a harder
Bro,
game than we
Luton
thought.
almost beat us.
Yeah, so I'm not taking this for granted. Like, I've
Yeah,
included youngsters,
true.
but I think still a three at the back's probably the safest bet. And if Tuchel can find a way to mix in a four at the same time, like he did for Spurs, perfect. But I don't personally see us starting a four. I'd like it, but I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Surely Christensen and Sarr and the fact that Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Saul,
You'd like
surely
to
there
think
should be
so.
enough cover. Like,
You'd like to think so, but again, like I don't know. I think maybe that side of Saul and Simons, maybe that's there to be got at a bit. I think Saul's
if it's
been better
Simons and
defensively,
Lewis
but
Hall, PYS, one of them needs to stay. One of them needs to check themselves and just stay back.
yeah. Someone mentioned Bradford City 4-2 years ago as well.
Yeah,
That was
man.
not a
What a
good one.
shocker.
Yeah. So you like Tuchel said. I mean, Tuchel said it would be arrogant of me to say we've already won this game. So I mean, I don't see Tuchel putting out a team of 11 youngsters. That's for sure. I think there'll be a couple of regulars in there, like Sal, or not regulars, but more experienced players.
Bro, we can't be fielding 11 youngsters. There's players that need game time
Yeah.
within our squad,
You know
starting
what I mean?
squad.
Like I've seen accounts people saying, "Oh, it's going to be La Cobham FC tomorrow," and I'm like, it won't be. It won't be. There'll probably be like 3 or 4, but it won't be Cobham FC. You know what I mean? It just won't.
Nah, 100% agree. PYS, who's the captain? This is quite interesting. Who's gonna get the captaincy? Someone new is gonna be captain here.
You know what? I would give it to Christensen, but the guy hasn't signed a contract yet. He's the most experienced player in that 11. I think Loftus-Cheek could get it, in all honesty. Loftus-Cheek could get that.
I mean,
or Werner. It's probably going to be Werner, actually.
it probably might be Werner.
Yeah, Werner's
it
the
might
most
be Werner.
experienced player. It'll probably be Werner.
Bro, Christensen doesn't strike to me as a leader type player anyway. So
no, he doesn't. I'm just thinking of more of the experienced players. But yeah, I've seen Werner up there. He's probably going to get it, to be honest. If this was the lineup, I think he would get the captaincy.
And we've got Werner in both the lineups, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I think Timo Werner will probably get the captaincy, and as you said, he's the most experienced in terms of international football, club football, and whatnot. Whether he's been successful for us, that's a different story. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, not really captain material as well. Christensen, definitely not a leader sort of material, and you definitely don't want to give it to one of the youngsters because that'll be a slap in the face to the players that are generally playing on a regular basis. Saul, can you imagine if Saul was given the captaincy?
I mean, to be fair, in games like this, in all honesty, I don't really care who gets it.
It doesn't really matter.
It's a non-league side. I mean, unless there's like a fight, then you don't really mind who gets captain. If there's a fight and Christensen just stays back and he's captain, people are going to be like, well, why is Tuchel giving him captain? But, maybe Rudiger will just have to stay on the bench to run on the pitch.
Saar is the one that gives me Rudy vibes from here. He'll come and, fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or Bettinelli. I feel like he might just do something to get, like an athletic article or something,
Like a green. Bettinelli, some people are saying Bettinelli as captain. I mean, look,
he's
as
very
PY
experienced
said,
player, to be fair. He's an experienced goalie.
Yeah, very experienced. Where was he? Fulham, wasn't he, before this?
Yeah, he went to Fulham. I'm pretty sure he was at, I want to say Middlesbrough, but I might be wrong. I'll double check. Yeah,
fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, for me personally, I like this formation and lineup for this particular match a lot. I do understand what PY said about the back three. Maybe it's more assuring for the youngsters, but it is Chesterfield. No disrespect, I get that. It's a conference. I mean, for God's sakes, they're in the Conference League, man. They're not even League One, League Two. So you got Championship, League One, League Two, then Conference. Like, please, let's put this lineup. That's the lineup that I would go with, the 4-2-2-2. It looks very hot. We can give a lot of the youngsters a go. It should still do the damage. We should still beat Chesterfield. I like this. PYS, what's your score prediction? I mean, you've given us both the lineup, so you pretty much like both of them anyway. What's your score prediction? Ladies and gentlemen, in the live chat as well, let me know your score prediction. Do you like this lineup as well? What's your thoughts? PYS, what's the score prediction, my man?
5-0.
Yeah, I'm going for 5-6, bro. I'm really
something
I'm
like that.
5-6.
I think it depends how it starts. Like if we score in the first 10 minutes, I think it'll be an absolute trouncing. But if it's 2-3 at half time, maybe it ends 4 or 5.
No, you're right, man. Trubajoti is saying 5-0.
It's hard to predict, bro. It's hard to predict because we could just score 2 goals and pass it round for 80 minutes. I don't know. It's so hard to predict.
And I hope we go for the juggernaut, bro. I hope
I don't know.
man.
I really thought we was going to in the second half against Spurs, to be all honesty, but it was more a conserved performance, I thought.
Bro, we should have beaten Spurs 4-0.
We should have.
Lukaku missed the goal, the header, Ziyech's header, and that Ziyech passed to Timo Werner. But
what I mean is, when I was watching it, the first 45 minutes, I was like, wow, we're really attacking. Second half, even though we had chances, I just thought they were more natural chances. But I didn't really think we forced them as much as the first half. I thought it was more of a, conservative performance.
No, you're right. Half. Second half, it was a bit conservative. Better be a clean sheet. It better be a clean sheet. If we concede, get out of here.
Someone put 8-0.
Someone did put 8-0. Josh put 8-0. Corbino is saying, I'll take a replay. Come on, man. I know you're joking. Denny, I'm worried because Chelsea going to slap that team more than 5 goals. What are you worried about? That's good. The difference is too large. 100% the difference is too large. Now, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our preview. The one player that I'm really looking forward to seeing in this particular match is Harvey Vale. Honestly, I can't wait to watch Harvey Vale. I'm hoping he scores a goal, assist, really balls out, really puts himself in the face of Thomas Tuchel that maybe he needs to be considered in the Premier League as well, perhaps. For me, Harvey Vale is the one that I'm really, really looking forward to in this particular match. And I can't wait to do the watch along and see how this particular baller plays. PYS, who's the one player from that youth setup, from that lineup that we've done, that you're sort of looking forward to?
I think it's joint between Vale and Soonsup Bell, to be honest. I like both of them, but I think Vale is kind of a really nice player to watch. I mean, even in the game against Spurs, like he came on like 88th minute or something. He still had a couple of really nice touches, and I was thinking like, I'm just impressed by the way he passes the ball so fast. Like he seems like a very snappy player. Like he doesn't, he doesn't look like he's fazed by anything. He looks like a smart, tidy, technical player, and I like those players. And I want him to get 90 minutes tomorrow, so I can really watch him at Stamford Bridge. Like really put my eye on him. I think I'm gonna probably just watch him specifically tomorrow. If you get what I mean, and just watch a player. You don't really focus on the rest of the team.
You just watch a player. I do that sometimes. I just watch one player. Everything can happen on wherever it's happening. I just focus on that player.
Yeah, I want to watch his movements. I want to watch his touches. I want to watch. Yeah, I just want to properly analyze him, because I think. Another thing people are mentioning as well, like I know that it's Chesterfield, but the stadium's still going to be like 40,000 people probably. So it's probably going to be nearly full out. So I think it's not going to be like, it's still going to be a bit nervy, I think, for these youngsters. Like I know they're Chelsea youngsters and they're used to more pressurized games than Chesterfield. Obviously, even in the youth, like they go to like Champions League semi-finals and stuff. I think Chelsea have, but I mean, it's still going to be a lot. It's still going to be a big occasion. I mean, I'm just looking forward to seeing how they deal with it, because that's what I was most surprised by against Brentford. I thought, maybe the physicality and just the occasion would get the best of them, but when I saw Vale doing 1-2 touch passes, like linking up, putting crosses in, I was like, this kid's a talent, so I'm looking forward to seeing him.
No, 100% agreed, man. I can't wait to watch Harvey Vale. It's going to be so good to see him. He impressed me a lot against Brentford.
It's not on TV for us as well in UK, unfortunately.
Oh, it's not on TV?
No, it was actually a big, I think a lot of Chelsea fans were upset for Chesterfield specifically, because if they could have the TV money and get the TV, it would have been a great occasion for them to be on TV. But I think they've included some other games, which is disappointing. So it'll be another stream for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hope I have I've got a publication that covers FA Cup, but because there's so many matches, I hope they show the Chelsea one, or else I'm gonna have to stream it too. And that's going to be a bit of an issue when it comes to watch along. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Scout PYS from Shubhajyoti. Kobina saying, great show, gents. Make this a regular. Look, you guys are liking PYS, and I've promised you, we're going to have a lot of PYS in this channel. So do look out for that. Marvo saying, yeah, it's not on TV. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification. We're only 12 likes away from 100 likes. So let's get to that milestone straight away. Check out PYS and his socials in the description. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Until next time, we shall see you guys tomorrow for the watch along. So, yeah.